325i convertible, 325IS black, 325i 4-door, an E90 323i, the X5 M, a white 325i 4-door as well. My name is Hope. Most people know me as Sir Hope the First. So I grew up in Botswana, moved to Mafikeng around 2006. But I think I've always been into cars for as long as I've known. My dad, used to put me on his lap and let me steer the car and whatever. So ever since then, I've always had a thing for cars because he'd work on cars in my presence. So I'd be the one handing him stuff, handing him tools and whatever. And you get to know, a lot about what cars are. Over the years, I've collected quite a few cars. I've collected cars since varsity. So yeah, it's just been about nurturing the passion, really. I think the first car that really made me fall in love with cars was a 733, I think, that was in my neighborhood growing up. It was a white 733. I remember vividly it had M stripe colors on the fender. Listening to that motor, that M30 motor with an automatic box, and that lazy pull every single time. So that's the first car that really made me realize that BMs were it. So I come from a family that's predominantly Mercedes-Benz this, Mercedes-Benz that. But that car, no other car had ever made me feel the way that car did. Okay, so my first car was split into two, right? I bought a Mini Cooper, small Mini Cooper as a project, but I was still a kid. Never really got to finish the car off, ended up giving it away. But first running car would have been an MK1. The cars that I have currently, in my garage, there's a 325i convertible, a UK import, pillarless as many would know it. It's in Macau blue. There's a 325IS, henna red. Then there's a black 325i 4-door, an E90 323i on turbine wheels, the X5 M, a white 325i 4-door as well. So all my E30s are running M20 motors. Favorite car, I'd say, would be the 325IS because I've had that car the longest. Between classics and modern cars, I'd say classics, obviously, they tap into your nostalgia, right? Classics take you back to a place in your past. When you see a 325IS, your mind winds back to like something in the past, right? So I'd say I lean towards the classics, but there's a sense of impracticality in obviously dailying a classic and whatnot, given the times that we're in now, right? And as well, we also need to kind of preserve those cars because the main reason that I think I build cars, or the main reason that I think I collect cars, is I want my kids to also experience that generation of cars. So if you notice with I think all of my cars, I have a rule where I stick to 2 mods at max, right? So you pick a car, give it a touch of, with the E90 it's the turbine wheels, and I'm done, right? I don't want to do anything else to that car. The car's perfect the way that it is. So with all your cars, be tasteful in the mods because don't do too much to the car. You know what I mean? There are people that focus or that specialize in like doing the most, and that's their niche. But when it comes to me, I believe 1 or 2 mods is tasteful enough for me. Look, it's very passion-filled. The car scene is very, very passion-filled. I do have my issues with the car scene at the moment. And I think first would be price. Everything is ridiculously expensive. I think we're discussing now how rep wheels are going for over 20K, and I understand inflation and everything, but rep wheels, 20K always you get. So it's extremely overpriced. And I also feel like, as much as I'm more towards the purists, I love, you know, the clean original look. The car should look the way that it came. There's also a tendency to almost frown on anyone that's doing something different, right? So we also get tired of seeing the same 325i with I'd say, I don't wanna dog bottle cap wheels, but with step bottle caps. It's a tiring look to see. So we need braver people, you know, braver people that are gonna try different wheels on the car and stand boldly in it. I think I'm gonna sum it up to include motorsport as well, right? But getting into cars in general, use cars as motivation to actually chase your dreams to like the highest point, right? Cars are not cheap. Cars don't come cheap. And if you wanna have a car collection, it means that you need to have the house to match the car collection. It means that you need to have the job or the business to fund these things, you understand? So that means you need to work twice, thrice, 4 times as hard to get what you want, because it's definitely not gonna come cheap. So if you wanna get into spinning, work hard. If you wanna get into cars, work hard. You wanna get into stance, work hard. So even if you're a kid that's in high school that wants a beautiful car, work hard. Behind here, we've got a 2010 X5 M. Look, I bought this car soon after, well, not soon after, but 3 months after selling my diesel. So I sold my diesel, was looking for a facelift diesel, couldn't find one. Then I saw this car. So when I did my research, because I'd never seen a red one, they're like, it's just one of 187 in the world. So I'm like, look, I definitely need to jump on it. When I went to go see the car wasn't in all that, you know, it wasn't in a very good condition. The car was misfiring. I went back home, I did my research, and they're like, look, it's plug gaps that you really need to work on. So I took the risk. Look, took the car, went home. I think this was the 24th of December. So it was like an early Christmas gift to myself. I spent the whole of Christmas gapping plugs and, you know, trying to get them in. The car fired up properly. Then I think the car had a wrap in the front and some other stuff, you know. Then I had to start undoing all of those mods you get just to get it there. So exhaust-wise, I've done just a downpipe. It's not a full exhaust, just a downpipe. I like to keep my exhausts not too loud, but just loud enough. So it's got to have that balance, and I also believe that you should retain the ability to like tone your car down, you know, because it's not everywhere that you go that you need to be rude about your arrival, you understand? So yeah, man, that's that. So I haven't done much on this car. Bought the car at about 108,000 Ks. I'm sitting on 239, I think, 240,000 Ks. I don't know, I stand to be corrected. This is probably the highest mileage M car. I mean, highest mileage X5 M that I personally know of. So look, I travel a lot in the car. It's been comfortable, never had issues. Yeah, besides, you know, just the routine maintenance that you need to look after the car. On IG, I'm Sir Hope the First. On TikTok, I'm Sir Hope on Cars. And on Facebook, I'm Hope Manda.